is my choice.
Alright folks, so welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving my final predictions for The Ones Who Live before it premieres this Sunday. I wanted to record this video now because I've noticed there's a ton of spoilers out there and I've been avoiding them like the plague, so I thought I'd just get it out of the way so I can give you some authentic opinions before something gets ruined. I will say though, a lot of people have been wondering about Rick losing his hand due to some odd camera angles in the trailers and stuff like that. I'll admit I've seen images from the series that definitively give that answer. Not saying it does happen, not saying it doesn't, I'm just saying I have seen it, I know the answer, so I will not be predicting anything on that today. But I thought we'd start out with episode 1. Now, I am going to go on a limb here and say this episode is entirely going to be focused on Rick. Specifically, everything leading up to the modern day and why he's still there. I think we'll see flashes of the different years going by, maybe as either a prisoner or a soldier or whatever he's up to. But I honestly don't think we're actually going to see Michonne until it's caught up with the main series timeline, which I think will be at the end of the first episode. Now, episode 2, I don't think is going to be a straight Michonne episode, due to the fact that we don't overly need to catch up as much time. We kind of know what she's been up to. You know, she's been tracking down Rick. They could show us if she's found leads over the past couple years she's been gone, but overall, I think her story is going to pick up in the modern day, and for the second episode, run alongside Rick's. Now, if I was the showrunner of this series, I would probably have Rick and Michonne reunite around episode 3 or episode 4. But we see from the trailers that there is one thing keeping Michonne from getting to him, and that is the giant zombie horde she is seen charging into at the end of the Walking Dead series finale. I've said this a couple times in a couple different videos. I strongly believe that horde is acting as a moat around Philadelphia, aka the Hidden City, aka the Civic Republic's main city. I just can't see a scenario where Michonne, the mother of 2 children, even with armor, would charge into a horde like that, unless that was the only way she could get to Rick Grimes. And I think this is the case because we see in the trailer she is standing in front of it full of tears, you know. Why would that be the case unless she needs to get through? Not to mention, the CR's main form of transportation is helicopters, which would lend credence to why the city is considered hidden even though it's, you know, Philadelphia on a map. The average Joe just can't, you know, walk up to it, you know, you gotta take a helicopter and fly over. So I think the third episode for Michonne will have her finding a way through and then sneaking into the Civic Republic. I think she's going to be sneaking in because we see her wearing a lab coat in the trailer, and those lab coats look awfully familiar to the Civic Republic scientists from World Beyond. In terms of how they meet, I gotta be honest, I have no idea how they're gonna do it. I imagine it'll probably be in like a huge conflict or something. You know, bullets flying by, and maybe they just catch a glimpse of each other's faces, and you know, their mission throughout the fight is to find each other while not, you know, getting shot. Something like that could be cool, I think. But the $1,000,000 question, where is this show heading? Well, I did a short on this a couple days ago. I think the CRM's endgame has already been set up in World Beyond. We see the CRM take out over 100,000 people a part of their coalition in different communities across the country using chlorine gas, which obviously leads to no survivors. We also see later in season 2, some of the scientists are working on ways to increase the deterioration of the walkers and speed it up. I think the CRM's endgame is basically pulling an Operation Cobalt 2. I think by the end of the series, it'll be revealed that the CRM intends to drop chlorine gas all across North America, with the new effect of rotting the zombies away instantly. We've already seen they completely disregard human life in World Beyond, so I don't think it's crazy to think they might go scorched earth. They claim to be the world's strongest superpower, but I think their intentions are going to shift to being the world's only superpower. I feel this is leading to some sort of, you know, Order 66 type event that affects absolutely everyone everywhere. I don't think we're going to see the event go down in The Ones Who Live, but I think we are going to be given the information, and I think it's going to be set up for, you know, an endgame type event in the Walking Dead universe, bringing all the spin-offs together. I don't think this is going to be the end of the story for either Rick or Michonne. I think there's way too many reunions that need to happen and too many spin-offs going on for that to happen now. So I definitely think the main purpose of this series is going to be setting up this big endgame type crossover event down the line. But yeah, those were my predictions for The Ones Who Live TV series. If you have different predictions, please leave them in the comments below. I love when people disagree with what I have to say. You know, my words aren't gospel, and I can have my mind changed like anybody else. So please leave your thoughts below. Drop a like on this video if you like it, and if you're feeling generous, please hit that sub button. Thanks for watching.